This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, which is currently offering customers a door and window super deal. You can now save $500 on every window and $1,000 on every door from May 1st through May 31st. Super indeed. Visit renewalbyandersen.com to learn more about this deal before it ends. A COVID contact tracing firm has to pay millions in a settlement. Meanwhile, a meat seller has recalled ground beef. Year-round school may become a reality for some students. Finally, Pennsylvania's favorite Pop-Tart flavor. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Atlanta-based Insight Global is a consulting firm that performed contact tracing for the State Department of Health during the pandemic, reports Philly Voice. They were also accused by a whistleblower employee as well as federal attorneys of failing to keep sensitive information safe by sharing it in unencrypted emails and Google files that weren't password protected. Insight Global had been aware of these problems too, according to the Justice Department, as early as November 2020. The company was also linked to a leak that exposed the personal information of over 70,000 Pennsylvanians, like their phone numbers and COVID diagnoses. Insight Global has agreed to settle in a cybersecurity lawsuit that has sprung from these allegations, and now has to pay $2.7 million to the Justice Department. And since this has only resolved allegations, feds state the company may still be criminally liable. Cargill Meat Solutions is recalling over 16,000 pounds of raw ground beef, reports Pittsburgh's Action News 4. Cargill, which is based out of Hazleton, revealed that this meat may be possibly contaminated with E. coli. The ground beef is shipped to Walmart locations nationwide, so be sure to click on the corresponding podcast article link just to make sure this ground beef isn't in your fridge. Year-round school may very well become a reality for Philadelphia students, states why. Superintendent Tony Watlington told council members during a budget hearing this week that his district is working on such a year-round model in order to fulfill Mayor Sherrell Parker's goal to stop kids from doing the quote-unquote summer slide, i.e. when they disengage from learning between academic years and have to be retaught. 20 test schools will undergo this pilot program, but they won't be completely year-round during its first year. Just have extended day classes. This experiment will begin in fall 2025. Pop-Tarts are a delightful treat that come in a range of flavors from brown sugar cinnamon to s'mores, begins PennLive. And in a study entitled United States of Pop-Tarts, casino reviews found that frosted cherry is Pennsylvania's favorite flavor, a love it shared with just 3 other states. The majority, however, greatly preferred frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. Some states stood alone in their Pop-Tart preferences, as there are those that always do in studies like this. Maine, for example, was the only place where wild berry came out on top. Ditto for Hawaii with frosted raspberry. Happy Friday! To stay in the know over the weekend, be sure to drop by PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast wherever you may listen to it, and to share it around with people you think may like it. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll start off next week with some brand new Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, which is currently offering customers a door and window super deal. You can now save $500 on every window and $1,000 on every door from May 1st through May 31st. Super indeed. Visit renewalbyandersen.com to learn more about this deal before it ends.